This is the entire 2025 AP Calculus BC free response section, all 6 questions, solved start to finish. An invasive species, a polar rose, a graph made of semicircles, and a Taylor series at the edge. Let's solve every one. 2 questions allow a calculator, 4 do not. We recreate each prompt in our own words, then work every part the way the official scoring guidelines do. Question 1. An invasive plant spreads through a fruit grove. The acres affected are modeled by C of t equals 7.6, arctangent of 0.2 t, and its rate is 38/25 plus t squared. Part A. The average number of acres from 0 to 4 weeks is 1/4 times the integral of C, about 2.778 acres. Part B. The average rate of change over 0 to 4 is 1.282. Set the rate equal to that, 38/25 plus t squared equals 1.282, giving t about 2.154. Part C. The end behavior of the rate is the limit as t goes to infinity of 38/25 plus t squared, which is 0. Part D. With countermeasures, a of t equals c of t minus the integral of 0.1 natural log x, setting a prime to 0 gives t about 11.442, and checking endpoints, that's the maximum. Question 2. A polar curve r equals 2 sine squared theta from 0 to pi alongside the circle r equals 1/2. Part A. The rate of change of r with respect to theta at theta equals 1.3 is about 1.031. Part B. The curves meet where 2 sine squared theta equals 1/2 at pi over 6 and 5 pi over 6. The area inside C but outside the circle is 1/2 the integral of the difference of squares, about 2.067. Part C. Farthest from the y-axis means the largest x, which is r cosine theta. Setting its derivative to 0 on 0 to pi over 2 gives theta about 0.955. Part D. With d theta dt equal to 15, the distance from the origin changes at dr d theta times 15. That's 1.031 times 15, about 15.465. Question 3. No calculator. A student reads at a rate r of t in words per minute with a table of values at 0, 2, 8, and 10 minutes. Part A. Approximate r prime of 1 with the average rate from 0 to 2, 100 minus 90, over 2, that's 5 words per minute. Part B. R is differentiable, so continuous. Since r of 8 is 150 and r of 10 is 162 and 155 is between them, the intermediate value theorem guarantees a C with r of c equal to 155. Part C. A trapezoidal sum over the 3 intervals gives 190 plus 750 plus 312, a total of 1252. Question 4. No calculator. The graph of f is 2 semicircles and a line, a lower semicircle from -6 to 0 and upper one from 0 to 6 and a line up to 12. And g of x is the integral of f from 6 to x. Part A. By the fundamental theorem, g prime of 8 is just f of 8. On the line, that's 8 minus 6 over 2 equal to 1. Part B. G has inflection points where g double prime, which is f prime, changes sign. That happens at x equals -3, 3, and 6. Part C. G of 12 is the triangle 1/2 times 6 times 3, 9. And g of 0 is minus the upper semicircle's area, -9 pi over 2. Question 5. No calculator. F is the solution to dy dx equals 3 minus x times y squared with f of 1 equal to -1. Part A. At the point 1, -1 y prime is 2. Differentiate again and substitute f double prime of 1 comes out to -9. Part B. The second-degree Taylor polynomial about x equals 1 is -1 plus 2 times x minus 1 minus 9/2 times x minus 1 squared. Part C. The Lagrange error bound is at most 60/6 times 0.1 cubed, which is exactly 0.01. Part D. Euler's method with step 0.2 gives y at 1.2 equal to -0.6, then f of 1.4 is about -0.47. Question 6, no calculator, the series question. F has a Taylor series about x equals 4, the sum of x minus 4 to the n plus 1 over n plus 1 times 3 to the n. Part A, the ratio test gives the absolute value of x minus 4 over 3 less than 1, so x is between 1 and 7. At 7 it diverges, at 1 it converges. The interval is 1, included to 7, excluded. Part B, differentiate term by term. The series for f prime is the sum of x minus 4 to the n over 3 to the n, first terms x minus 4 over 3, then over 9, then over 27. Part C, that's a geometric series with ratio x minus 4 over 3. Its sum is x minus 4 over 7 minus x. Part D, at x equals 8 the distance from 4 is 4 beyond the radius of 3, so the series diverges and does not converge to f prime there. 6 questions, an invasive species, a polar rose, a reading rate, a graph of semicircles, a Taylor approximation, and a series at its boundary. That's the whole 2025 paper. Every step here matches the official College Board scoring guidelines. Subscribe, more full exams solved start to finish are on the way.